Good morning.
Good morning.
From Buenos Aires. We are so happy to be here. We have been here 4 years ago, 2020. Now we're back and very excited because we really love the city from the past experience. And we have been here for a few days because we needed to take some time off after Brazil and filming constantly, going. We needed to take just a few days off for us to rest a little bit, but it also gave us a chance to compile some of the first impressions that you get when you first come to the city. Even though we have been here, we really see a lot of different things this time after 4 years. And in this video we're going to talk about that. I'm just going to turn the camera also to show you the city, because in this video we are going to only talk about the first impressions. After that we're going to do what we did in Rio and in Sao Paulo. We're gonna talk about so many different things, the history, the architecture, different neighborhoods. We're gonna do like a series that we did in those cities as well. First thing first about Argentina and Buenos Aires is that we have noticed driving is a bit better.
Yeah.
Compared to Brazil, we're saying, because we came from Brazil, and like the highway that we took, the one that we took, I don't know about the other highways, but it was decent. Nobody comes and sticks to your bumper to just run you over. And it's on the highway, it's much more relaxed. Surprisingly,
much less aggressive.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, absolutely,
yeah.
yes. And surprisingly, the speed limit is even higher. Like that highway, the speed limit was 120 kilometers. Then there is a portion of the highway that, as you are like getting to Buenos Aires, a few kilometers, you're in like the surrounding areas, it's even 130 kilometers the speed limit. And I hit the tree. But people on the highway, they really behave, they respect the rules. In the city also, when you're crossing the street as a pedestrian, normally majority of people, they stop for you. So that being said, traffic is a bit better, we think. The city itself, as you can see, is extremely green. Like everywhere you go, all the streets, large avenues, little side streets like this one, it's green, full of trees, very beautiful. There are some streets that you even have some like blossoms, purple blossoms. It's a really nice sight to see. One more thing is the city is extremely dog friendly,
which is very good for us.
Yeah, and Leo is having a blast. Yes. Because it's, so far I think it's the most dog friendly city we have seen.
Mexico City was
yeah, Mexico City too, yes, true. But here, like even inside a butcher shop, inside like supermarket, a lot of the places you can go in with your dog. Yeah. So you really don't need to worry about leaving your dog at the door of the store, no?
There isn't, even in our experience in the building, like there isn't difference, like that you have to use the service elevator, that you have to carry your dog on your lap, like in the building. So there is no restrictions or rules, special rules for dogs. That is something that for me was a bit like okay, so there is no like a protocol that I need to follow. Like no, they just consider like your pet just like somebody from the family, I guess. Yeah.
Like, and during the day when you're outside, you always see people walking their dogs. There are some dog walkers. I'm gonna show you across the street. Like over there, you see there are dog walkers that you see. This is a constant scene that people are walking other people's dogs, and like this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 dogs. So
and we have seen like dog walkers like this, like maybe with like 10 and 11 dogs at the same time, like, and completely normal, like going everywhere, walking everywhere. Yeah, it's very nice.
There is a culture of acceptance when it comes to pets, which is good. Another thing, as you can see, it's an extremely walkable city. Wide sidewalks, you can walk everywhere. Like we mostly just parked our car in our Airbnb and we just walk because we love doing this and just walking around different neighborhoods, getting to know the new city when we come to. So it's another really nice thing for us that we love. You can get around just by walking. And talking about that, also security is not really a huge concern compared to, let's say, Rio and Sao Paulo, other big cities that we have been to. Depending on the neighborhood, but I would say like it's much more.
So far, yeah. So far, we like a few days, but we really don't feel like any bad energy about because of security or like nothing.
Yeah.
Of course, you have to be careful. It's a big city. We're talking about millions of people.
Yeah.
But no, so far, so good.
Yeah. Like when you go to a new city, you get a vibe. You get a feeling about the vibe that like it's the energy is a little bit like weird, but here not at all. Another thing also that we have noticed, it's very common and accepted, is smoking. A lot of the restaurants, I would say majority of the restaurants, when you're sitting outside, people can smoke, which for us is a little bit strange, because usually when you're sitting outside on a deck, you are eating, and like in Brazil people cannot smoke. In Canada, in the US it's the same thing, but here no. It's because I think there's a lot of people that smoke. We feel like the percentage of smokers is much higher.
Yes.
Like
maybe
at least
because there isn't so much restriction, then we see more.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I think in the society there are more smokers, so it's accepted more. Like there's a culture of like acceptance for smokers that like in Canada, in Brazil, you don't really see it. Like I remember in Canada, like even like it's 9 meters or something away from the entrance of every building that the people are lined up, even in winter, shaking, like smoking. Here, no, everybody is sitting like chill, smoking, having a glass of wine. It's very normal. This is another thing that we noticed since we came here. Second thing, a lot of people speak English, which was not the case in Brazil, for example. Even in major cities, Brazil, you would rarely meet somebody that would speak English. Here, no. And it's not just like professionals or anything. No, we went one night just to buy ice cream, and the girl at the ice cream shop, she saw that we were speaking English. So, if you're more, and I got wet. If you're more comfortable speaking English, I can speak English. And if they speak really well also, which is a very good thing. Not that I say because we are here and we're tourists, people have to speak English. No. I'm just like very proud that they have this culture and they embrace the fact that they have learned another language and they use it. It's always a positive thing. So that's a very good thing also. Next topic is my favorite topic, of course. Food. Oh my god, I don't know where to start. Every place that you go, look at this one, just like this corner of the street, there is a coffee shop, there is a restaurant, and they all are packed. Everything looks tasty, and it is tasty, at least a few places that so far we have tried. Fresh, my god. And I told Mariana, it looks like the cheese or all the other products that we tried, they all taste magical. Like they challenge your taste buds. The taste that, like when you were a kid, you went on a farm or in a village, you had a slice of cheese, and for decades you haven't tasted that. You come here, it's like, oh my god, yeah, cheese is supposed to taste like that. So we have been enjoying that. The cheese and dairy products also, they say, because it's the Argentinian milk everywhere you go. Not just Argentinian milk. One more thing before I continue with the food. A few people joked with us and they said like, this ice cream, of course it's good. Well, also it's Argentinian. The milk, of course it's good, but also because it's Argentinian. So there is this cute pride also towards anything Argentinian. No, like the meat is good, and it's good. I'm not saying that they are biased or anything. No, it's really good. We agree. But food, my God, like we will do for sure, as you might have seen our previous videos, you know that we are foodie people. We will show you some restaurants and some other places, but we're gonna really be selective, because if you want to show everything, we're gonna have to just do like a 2-3 hour food vlog in Buenos Aires.
At least all the food that you must try.
Yeah.
At least, and
We will.
good restaurants that you can actually, when you come and like try them.
For sure, we will do it. Yeah, absolutely. And after talking about food that is amazing here, there's pastry also. There is ice cream, and it's out of this world. And people are fit. I'm so jealous. I don't know what they do. They eat, and everything is good, tasty, and majority of people, they're fit. Nobody is overweight or obese, or well, like very, very, very tiny portion of the society.
But for the type of food you'd expect people
Speaking of food, look at the window of this restaurant. This is actually a buffet, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Okay. See? Me, I just got distracted. I saw food, I got distracted. And this is one of the major streets in Buenos Aires called Santa Fe. One of the many major streets. And another thing that was really, really stunning to us, and we were shocked, is the architecture. Wherever you go, you see buildings like this one. A lot of details, and me being me and being obsessed with architecture and history, the buildings are just mind-blowing, gorgeous. And of course, those two, when we go downtown and we do other videos for different neighborhoods, we will show you also architecture. It's out of this world, and the city is not short of beautiful architecture. No,
not at all.
And as I was talking about food, you can see here there is one restaurant or coffee shop on that corner, there is one more on this corner, and one more behind me. So this is usually the common scenery on every intersection, especially on a major street like this street, which is Santa Fe. I just wanted to show a little bit of this street because I wanted to show you the hustle and bustle of morning traffic, but it's, I think, a little bit noisy, so we will try to soon go to a side street so there is less noise. This building over there also is a shopping mall. It's one of the shopping malls. It's called Alto Palermo. We are in the Palermo neighborhood. Again, we're going to talk about all of this in future neighborhoods. My research department is working on all the topics to cover for future videos to come up. So stay tuned. And as a tourist, when you come to Argentina, one thing you really have to deal with is money and exchanging money. That there are different ways of doing it. Something like last year, if we had come last year, we would get much more for our money. Now this year the Argentinian peso is getting a little bit strong, not actually a little bit,
yeah,
it's stronger.
Things are not that cheap. I find a bit things like a meal in the restaurant, they're not cheap anymore. Like they're more expensive, and they're more expensive than Brazil.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
And most of the time you pay like equivalent of dollar these days. Like
yeah, everything is priced in US dollar, but people don't make money in US dollars. So like you can see that it's things are a bit overpriced. Like a bit, no, I would say they are overpriced.
Or like compared to last year, that you could come here and have a very good meal with wine and everything, and it wouldn't like cost you that much. This year, no. We feel like it's almost like paying in dollars. So that's...
But on the positive side, they are not having like the crazy fluctuations of the currency anymore, or the prices are not just going up in pesos. Like before, we can see that maybe there is a stability. Like, you know, if you see the conversion of US dollar to pesos, you're gonna see that it's more stable. Yeah. So I think for overall, it's a good thing. but prices are more. They are not cheap at all.
Yeah, exactly. The exchange rate doesn't fluctuate that much, which for the locals also, we think it's something that is welcomed because they like this stability after years of like fluctuation and high inflation or hyperinflation, I would say. So it's a phase that the economy is going through, but I think it is welcome, even though it's a bit hard now, but it would be better in the long run. Another thing that we find very good and positive and a huge improvement is compared to 2020. You see all of these sidewalks, you basically don't see any homeless person on the sidewalk. So compared to 2020, this is another huge improvement that we see. In 2020, when we came, all of these stores, in front of every store or every building, there were like people like lying down, basically like living there and like cooking, and full of homeless. Now we see that no, it has improved, which it also helps the security, and people can feel also safer, especially us as tourists also. This is a very, very good improvement. I don't know what they did, what the city did, but really a positive thing from our point of view. We now came to a side street, so hopefully it's going to be less noisy because Santa Fe is a very busy street. Talking about good food, it also leads to another thing that I wanted to talk about: the people. My God, I had a misconception, I should confess, that first of all, when we came here, because you hear always that when it comes to football, Brazil and Argentina, Brazilians, oh no, we are better, we have a better team, Maradona, Pelé and all of that. So you always think that there is this fight, let's say, but a friendly fight and like competition or friction. Exactly, that's the word I was looking for. Between them. Exactly the opposite. Since we came here, I was actually worried that, oh, we come as tourists this time with a car, our plate has the Brazilian plate. It's exactly the opposite. Everywhere we go, we say, yeah, she's Brazilian, and we were traveling in Brazil. We came from Brazil. Oh my God, you're from Brazil. They love Brazil. First of all, 90% of the population has been to Brazil. They have visited some part of Brazil.
I think 99% everybody we have talked to so far, like, yes, I have been to this place, that place, this place, and this, and as I know this, yeah, I have been there too. Like, yes, I love Brazil. I have been there a few times. Like everybody, it's crazy.
Yeah, and they have a list of their favorite beaches also in Brazil. Oh, I've been here, I've been there, and like, I was amazed how friendly and how sweet they are. But even if it's not about being Brazilian, people are extremely sweet. Like, I'm not exaggerating. A few times, just in the short period we've been here, I literally have had tears in my eyes because you see like a little gesture from people. So sweet, so nice. They don't need to do that extra effort, but there is that human touch, human approach. And when you're dealing with people, everybody wants to talk to you, everybody wants to give you tips. Oh, if you're here, you're visiting, go visit this area too, go visit that city too. They all give you like recommendations, they give you tips.
Try this ice cream.
Try that ice cream, try this ice cream. A few times, like at the restaurant, they brought us extra stuff without us even filming. As I said, we were not even filming the past few days that we've been here. But when they see you're a foreigner, they really want to welcome you. There is this hospitality that exists, and it's really appreciated. People are super nice, super sweet. We went to a restaurant. I think the waiter, he made a mistake. He had not charged us for like 2 meals. He only charged us for 1. And then I said, look, you're giving me a big discount. So I said, okay, you know what? I'm not gonna charge the juice. And he brought us like ice cream extra, like just to thank us, which is really, really sweet. And it's not just about being nice. It's also the fact that there is no intention that just because you're a foreigner, they're gonna take advantage of you or overcharge you or anything. No. If anything, the opposite. They even want to do something extra for you because you're a foreigner. And I think I'm getting spoiled because of the Brazilian here, because they love Brazil and they all have very good memories from like being in Brazil and visiting Brazil. So maybe they can relate, but it's really appreciated. So this was just a video to give you guys our first impressions about the city of Buenos Aires. We will be here for a while, as I mentioned. Many more videos we're planning to do, and we're hoping we can also visit some other parts of Argentina. We still don't know where exactly, but we're gonna try to see if we can go somewhere else also in Argentina besides also Buenos Aires and do some videos. Stay tuned for those videos. We hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next one.
Bye.